All right. Welcome in, everyone. Just getting started here. Welcome in. Live is just getting started, so people are just starting to show up. Welcome. So I did set things up just a little tiny bit differently tonight. So I'll wait for more people to show up before I show how that's going to set up. Hope everyone is having a good Friday, or should I say Saturday? I don't even know what day it is anymore. I haven't had a lot of sleep lately. Welcome in, everyone. Like I said, just about to get started here. Hi. So I do have things set up just a little bit differently than I normally do. I just wanted to switch it up just a tiny bit. So there's not a lot of people here, so I will probably re-show this. But I have this usual setup with the Necrophonic, the Spirit Talker, the energy pump, and my crystals, and of course the music box there. But I set it up differently over here. I'm trying to entice the children, especially Anna, to come forward. And so I have some books set up with some lights beside them that detect motion. So if I stand up, they might get set off, but I also have the static meter with the green and blue light there. The REM pod, and also Boodle is a REM pod as well, with books and a cat ball, and of course the K2 meter sitting there. You're gaining more energy. If you need more help with the energy spirits, do please ask me and I will provide you with more light. I can even get a candle if you prefer that. You can ask for that as well. I will be using the laser grid as well. But because that is a favorite device of spirits and they drain it so quickly, I am going to wait a little bit later. My name is Sherry. You can call me Riri. Who is this that I'm speaking to? Can you come forward and give me your name, please? Now, I have had a little bit more communication with Anna. It has been rather quiet. I do feel like she's become a master at draining my energy. And she's very active here. My security system is constantly going off telling me that there is motion. The orb activity is insane. But I really would like more answers. Can you tell me who this is that asked who I am? Your energy does feel familiar to me. Is this one of the children? Is this Anna? I would really like to speak to Anna, so if she can come forward and give me some more answers, I would really appreciate that. Now, if you're unfamiliar about Anna, unfortunately, she went missing from the Saddle Dome in Calgary between 1983 and 1985 is what I was feeling. I don't think it's later than that. She told me that it was flames, but I believe that it was during either rodeo or the stampede. And she was kidnapped and she was brutally murdered along with a bunch of other children. Mavis, thank you for giving me your name. Hello, Mavis. Can you tell me how old you are? Anna's body is over by the Catamount Caves near Hinton. And there's something significant about a tree that she showed me. It's a very odd looking tree. It looks like it's been stripped of bark. It almost looks like it should be driftwood, and it looks like it's been planted upside down in that area. So I know there's something significant about the tree, but I'm not entirely sure what that is. And so I need more information of this case. There is between 9 and 13 victims that are associated with her disappearance as well. Tanya Morrell case that she went missing in Edmonton in the 80s. Somehow her case is related to Anna's disappearance, as well as Shelly Ann Baksu, who was 16. She was one of the older ones that went missing. And she's definitely related to this case as well. Mavis, can you tell me how old you are? Or how you died? I haven't got much information about Anna's biological mother, but the police officer that is involved in her disappearance and death, his name is Officer Joe Brown. And I was able to find a lot of information from what she gave me, and I pieced together just a small little video clip of it that is on my TikTok that you can go and find. Now, I'm not saying that the police officer that I found is the one that's responsible, but it is very strange that he looks identical and that he works for the police in the area, and during those years he was active. I'm not convinced he is the murderer, but I do believe that he had involvement in it. Sigh. Is it frustrating to rehash this? I'm very sorry, but I do need to remind the viewers of the case. And if it is okay, Mavis, if you could please have Anna come forward, because I do feel like she has more information that she needs to give me. I actually had a dream. It was this afternoon. Hello, I'm in Alberta as well. I had a dream this afternoon about Anna and the cave and the tree. And I think that was a significant dream for me, being an empath. So I feel like she needed to give me some more information, particularly on this. Oh, well, that's actually where I live. Isn't that funny? I live in the same apartment complex. When did you live here, Tara? Yes, in the apartments. Yeah, I'm in building A. It really is a small world. It really is a small world. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I moved back to Camrose in 2012. Oh, you're in Fort Mac. Yeah. That's where the money is. It's definitely not here unless you are the one receiving the rent, because I pay $1,200 for my one bedroom. So from Newfoundland. Oh my goodness. Ancient time. Well, I wouldn't consider 2012 to be ancient time, but that is quite funny, Spirit. You died in ancient time, Mavis? If I tell you what year it is, can you tell me how old you are, Spirit? This is 2024. So how old are you?
This is my land.
This is your land? Well, I'm kind of renting space on this land. Is that okay? You worked at the Walmart? Oh my goodness, that's terrible. No, that's fine. That's terrible. Kenzie. That name sounds familiar to me. So, I am indeed needing some more information about Anna and the other children. But unfortunately, the officer Joe likes to come forward and be a typical narcissist, trying to control and dominate the session, trying to stop her from giving me information. And I feel particularly blocked when I try to read information about Anna's birth mom. So I don't know why that is, but I feel like she's alive still. But, you know, just because I'm wanting to reach out to a particular spirit doesn't mean that one's going to come forward. Anybody can come forward. And so I might have conversations tonight with somebody that has messages for you in the chat. And you're more than welcome to request a box to come up and see if you can connect. It doesn't
Pregnant.
guarantee anything. But sometimes it can help if they can hear you. Pregnant. Oh my goodness. Who's pregnant? I'm 50 and there's 0% chance of that happening. Just so everybody is clear. I don't know if there's somebody in the chat that might need that message, but it's definitely not for me. This factory has been closed for 26 years, so that's definitely not a message for me. I'm probably going to turn Necrophonic on in a little while too. I want to do some ghost tube as well later.
People are scared of us.
I know. I'm not sure why people are so afraid of spirits. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there anyway. And I don't know what makes that so scary. I've never understood that. I understand noises can be shocking and startling, but I know people are scared of you. I'm so sorry, Spirit. I am trying to help with that. You can just request to become a guest up here, and then you can get a box. Eddie, I'm trying to contact spirits, in particular, one named Anna.
I'm making noise.
Okay, I'll listen. I don't hear anything, Spirit, but sometimes you have to be very close to me and very loud in order for me to hear you. I do feel like there is an energy that is coming forward, though. I just don't know. I don't recognize it, so I don't know who it is. Is there something on your screen that says guests or ask, like, to request or anything like that? Let me just see if I can request you. There we go.
Oh my goodness. This is my first time doing one of these.
Oh, that's, I mean, everybody has to have a first sometime, right? Like I said, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will connect with who you want to, but sometimes it really helps to bring their energy forward if they can hear you.
Okay.
So, Eddie or Tara, either one, go ahead, and whoever that you're wanting to contact, reach out, and we'll see if I can feel them come forward.
Who wants to go first?
I already started.
Okay, bud, no problem. Go ahead.
Okay, I got this.
I feel like somebody is here. I don't know who this energy is. It doesn't feel familiar to me, so it might be for one of you. Who is it that you're reaching out to, Eddie?
Machete.
Machete. Interesting. Interesting. Machete resonate with anybody at all?
No.
Doesn't resonate with me. Who are you trying to reach, Tara?
I have a grandmother and a grandfather.
Okay, and if you guys just want to talk as if they're here where I am, go for it because that actually helps. Just
Okay, I don't want to interrupt Eddie. Can I go ahead?
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
I'm listening.
This is my first time, so I don't really know what to do. So
Me
I'm
too,
just gonna.
actually. Mine
okay,
too.
I'll tell you.
But
All you
ladies
have to do.
first.
All you have to do is just act like I am them. Okay, so you're just gonna talk to me as if you're talking to them, and we'll see if they can send some messages or if they can send them through me or my equipment. There is a negative energy here. I will tell you, my static meter just turned the red light on. It has been blue this whole time. So
Okay.
there's negative energy here. I'm not entirely sure what that energy is because I don't recognize it. So this could be the police officer coming forward, or it could be a family member. I don't know. The fact it said machete has me thinking it might be the police officer. But just go ahead, talk to me as if I am the person you're wanting to connect to that's passed. We'll see what messages come through.
Okay. Hi, Nanny and Poppy Squib. This is Tara, your granddaughter. I'm living here now in Fort McMurray with your daughter Tina, Squib, and my sister Trista Emberley. I know that my mom feels your energy. Nan and Pop visits her quite often. She has some negative energy around her sometimes, and she feels like that you guys come and protect her. And I always said to her, send them to me, but I just can't feel it. So would be nice to hear from you.
Well, somebody validated that you were talking to them by saying me. Don't know the person that is. But again, my static meter is still in red. And you mentioned a negative energy that your sister was feeling?
My mom, yeah. My mom can like feel this stuff, and like she gets like shadows come over and she gets these feelings come up. She can feel negative and positive energies, and
Like me.
and she can feel if it's like my grandmother or my grandfather. Like she can actually, and I was like, how can you like feel, oh, that's Pop Vizimir, that's Nan, but she do have a lot of negative experiences.
Yeah.
And she sorry.
Okay, so you have to look at people like me as we're like lighthouses to the other side. So as soon as we start to connect, or a spirit recognizes we have abilities, that light turns on and they are drawn to us. Whether they are good, whether they are bad, they are drawn to us, and that's why she gets a lot of that. She would have to learn how to try to close herself off, not be so open, so that those negative energies don't come closer to her, because they can actually, being around dead energy is different than being around live energy. When we are around people, we can feed off of their energy, and the dead do that to us, and they pass off their dead energy to us. And what that means is we're absorbing dead energy, which makes us sick. It can make us, it can cause illnesses, it can cause cancers, and it can eventually kill us if we are not careful. And it's not just humans that can absorb dead energy. Animals can too.
Yeah, she was starting to get a little freaked out in her tarot cards and stuff. She don't know what she's inviting in, even though she can feel my grandparents. So she was actually looking to not play with this stuff anymore. But yeah, I would. Yeah, so you don't know what's coming in, I guess, if it's good or bad.
This energy doesn't feel familiar to me. It doesn't necessarily feel bad, but it definitely feels off to me. And they did say fact, so what you were saying was also validated there. I think that whoever it is doesn't have a lot of energy to communicate right now. Phil. Okay. Is there anybody in the chat that knows a Phil from the other side? That might just be a rogue spirit passing a message off. Somebody may have come and gone through the chat, and spirit just got their message through too. That happens often.
Well, I will say this. Back in Newfoundland, my grandparents' house, it's like on the market to be sold. And there's actually a guy named Phil Farrell who tore down my pop's shed in the backyard. And my pop treasured that shed, but it was falling apart. So I don't know if he's upset about that.
That could be it. Now I will just say, while you were just talking, I just reset my static meter and it went immediately back to the negative when you said that about Phil. So
Okay.
that could be it. It could be that somebody's just upset that he did that and they needed to have that message out there. It's not impossible that was a message for you. Eddie, I'm just curious if there is a female that's on the other side that you were hoping to connect with, because I feel like there's an older female that just walked closer to me, and she seems like she really has a lot to say. So I don't know if it's for you or if it's
Well, most women have a lot to say, but my experience.
It could be my grandmother.
I'm sorry, I'm a joker.
No. That's very true, though. That's very true. Yeah, there's a female energy here.
I don't know.
She has a very strong energy. I'll say that. Like, she was probably a
47 years old?
Oh my God, that's creepy.
eye on you. Okay. Well, that could be a good thing. I mean,
Oh, well, it could be like Pop and Nan. Yeah, it could be.
it could be. And it's funny that you call her Nanny, because that's actually when I had a day home, that's what the kids called me, is Nanny. So that was weird too. A weird little.
Yeah, we're from Newfoundland, so Nana, Poppy, Nanny, Poppy,
Yeah.
Nanny and Poppy Squib, yeah.
Yeah, this woman here has a lot of energy. I would have to say that she was a spitfire when she was alive. She probably had a lot of energy, talked a lot, was active, probably had a bit of an attitude.
Sort of. But she loved to have a laugh. She loved to play. She loved to joke. I wouldn't say she was energetic. Well, maybe in her day when I didn't know her because she had some health problems.
Right.
But she was just the most gentle, humble person you'd ever meet. You could talk to her about anything. She never held a grudge. She was amazing.
This might be her then, because it feels very much similar, but I feel like she has a lot to say but doesn't know how to communicate with me. So turn on Necrophonic, because utilizing different ways of communication sometimes is really beneficial for them. Sometimes they don't understand the equipment, or sometimes it's just easier. The Necrophonic works an awful lot like my spirit box, like this thing here. It sweeps through and will pick up whatever they're trying to say. Whereas this, they have to manipulate and form sentences, and there's no sentences in the database of this app right here. You see the lights? Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. I want to know if you need more power. You can just tell me that you need more lights, or that you want a candle, or that you need power or battery. That's all you have to do, Spirit. Even though I have an energy pump, I know it takes a lot. So I'm going to turn on Necrophonic. I'm going to leave Spirit Talker going in the background. But as I was saying, this app here, it's just a database of words. And so they have to use that to form sentences. Whereas Necrophonic, they're manipulating radio waves. So I'm going to have them both running, and we're going to see what we can hear. Is Nan here for a message for Tara? If I'm pronouncing it wrong, let me know too.
Her name is Margaret. Margaret and Stanley Squibb.
Is Margaret here? I am. It said I am.
Oh my God.
Hello, Margaret. Your granddaughter is here. She would like to communicate with you. Can you say her name? What is your granddaughter's name? You might not have a lot of energy.
Zachary.
Zachary?
No, I don't know a Zachary. She's had there was a little boy who lived right next door to, well, not little, he died. His name was Zachary, was our next door neighbor, but I don't know why she'd bring that up.
Well, because he's probably there with her.
Oh my God.
He's probably there with her.
Because actually that makes a lot of sense, because his mom kind of does this too. And I asked her if she could reach out to Nan. So maybe now Nan is telling me to return the message to his mom. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm following. This is crazy.
I can hear you. I'm just going to move you guys closer, just so it's easier for you to hear the necrophonic. Margaret, do you have a message for your granddaughter, Tara? Whoa. I don't know what that was. If you're having trouble coming forward on this app, you can use the other one. I would like to know if Margaret is here. Yes, help. I heard yes, help. Nan. Okay, so Nan is here with me. That's the woman that I'm feeling. You have to be a lot more clear for me, please. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. Okay, I'm just going to tell you what I heard really quickly there, because sometimes it's really difficult for people to understand.
Talking.
You're trying to talk? Okay. I will turn it back on in 2 seconds, please.
Wow,
Okay. So I'll tell you what I heard. I heard shut up, F you 3 times, and I heard I'm trying. You heard the bad word too? Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
She never was swore in her life. Like,
No, but that could be another spirit that's trying to dominate the conversation and telling her to stop talking, because I heard stop talking and then F you 3 times.
yeah,
So,
no, she never said a bad word in her life. She'd never say that to me.
no, but like I said, I'm assuming that it is a negative spirit that is trying to
Probably.
dominate the conversation. Now, I don't know exactly if she's able to communicate long enough for me to hear her, but I'm going to turn it back on.
Yeah, because when my mom just feels her energy, she don't actually talk to her. So I mean, I don't know. Now my mom did visit a medium who spoke to my grandfather just after he passed away, and he really liked horses in the barn and the shed and stuff like that.
Okay.
And he said, because my grandma passed first, and he was very my grandfather passed first, and he was very protective over my grandmother. And the medium said that he didn't fully cross over. He was stuck because he was worried about Nan here on Earth.
So that could be why there's the negative energy that's here too.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a Bluetooth speaker to make it louder, but in my building, I'm the youngest person. And so after 9 o'clock, it has to be quiet, and that's why I don't use my spirit box or use a Bluetooth speaker, because it gets really loud. Murder. Okay, so somebody was murdered. It's funny that we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who was murdered. I know my son's father, they thought he's actually missing. That's a whole long story, and I don't want to take up too much time. And he's been missing now a year and a half past April. He went on the streets with drugs and stuff, so I don't know if he's dead or alive, so who knows.
I can give you the answer to that, but I won't do that right now, because I think that there's more important messages coming forward, but your intuition is correct. I'll tell you that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, we don't, yeah.
I'm going to turn Necrophonic back on, because I do think she has something to say. Now, Nan, Margaret, I want you to come forward and say what you need to say, because this might be your only opportunity to do so, okay? I'm going to put this up here. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear it better.
Hi, Nan. Is this Nan Squibb? This is Tara, your granddaughter. I love you. I miss you. I don't know if you knew, but we recently, just before I came to Fort McMurray, we visited yours and Pop's grave. We put some flowers there.
Okay. Need more power. Okay, hang on. I'm going to give you more power because I think that's what's
Visual.
visual.
Maybe she's seen it. Yeah, those flowers on the grave.
I'm going to give you more power. I'm going to turn these candles on first real quickly. That's me that set off the music box. I'm going to turn these candles on and then I'm going to give them a solar flashlight. They can draw a lot of energy off of the solar power.
Am I taking too much of your time up?
Oh, heck no.
Okay.
If Spirit has a message, they're going to get it through to me either way. Like I said, it's not a guarantee that because they can hear your voice, you will get the messages that you're hoping for.
No, I understand.
But it's hard to hear what they're saying on Necrophonic sometimes. So I'm just going to bring this closer instead of me moving the camera so that we can still see Spirit Talker. And I'm just going to put it beside. And we're going to hear. I would like to only hear from one person at this moment. You're inside with me? Okay, that's who I'm feeling then. I would only like Margaret to come forward, please. Can you give Tara some validation that you are here? That you heard her messages? You have to speak really loudly and clearly for me, please. 7? What does 7 have to do with it?
My son is 7.
Okay. I heard Anna trying to come through. Spirit, I know I would really love Anna to come forward, but at this moment I feel like Margaret has something important to say. Speak loudly, please. Do you have a message? Nan, it said.
Hi, Nan.
I think that there's somebody that's stunting her. There might be another spirit that's trying to push her out of the way so that they can come forward. Eddie, who is it that you were trying to connect with? Because that might be it too. Or even...
it was a long time ago when I was really small. My grandfather, actually. Yeah, my grandfather.
Because.
Very young.
Is there somebody else trying to get a message before Margaret? Yes? Eddie. It said Eddie.
Oh,
Who's trying to contact Eddie?
That'd be me, I guess.
Who's here for Eddie? You have to speak more clearly. I didn't get that. Britt?
Victor.
Victor? That may have been Vic. Is it Victor?
Yeah.
wow.
There's a Victor here? Yes? What is your message, please? Look up? What kind of a message is look up?
I did bad things.
You did bad things. Oh, shoot. Whoa. There was something about rogue.
I did bad things?
The spirit thinks they did bad things. What bad things did you do?
Well, me?
No, the
Yeah,
spirit.
we're all... Couldn't have been him, I don't think.
Who did bad things?
Yeah, who did bad things?
That's not how. I don't believe that's how you passed, is because you did bad things. I don't believe that at all. Why is it so quiet? I'm going to turn reverb on. That might help. Okay, I want to speak to who's trying to communicate right now. Who is this? I need a name. Can you tell me your name? Vic.
This place is home.
It said Vic. This place is home? Where you are is home? Can you tell us where you are? Do you know where you are right now? Are you in heaven? Yep. Said yep. I'm not there. No, I'm not there. Are you with your loved ones? I heard guided and then something jumbled and then yup. Who are you trying to connect with, Tanya?
Either my son or my mom.
Well, why don't you call out to them and see, because there is a bunch of messages coming through right now, but I don't know who they're necessarily for.
I would like to know if my mom is there for sure.
I just heard somebody yell out mom.
Nathan?
Is this Nathan? Is Nathan there? I keep hearing a child. Who is the child?
My son.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just got total goosebumps all over my arms. I think you're right. I think that's who it is. I have goosebumps so bad. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm chilled up so bad right now because I think that's who that is that's trying to push everybody out of the way.
Aww.
So if this is Nathan, you can come closer to me, honey. You don't have to be afraid. None of these devices are going to harm you. They're just going to let us know that you're closer to me. Wait, what? Do you have a message for your mama? It's okay, sweetie. You can come forward and use your voice, and I might even be able to hear you with my ears because I feel like you are very powerful energy right now.
Yeah, I wonder if goosebumps. Every time you get goosebumps, and somebody walks through you. That's what the old people used to say.
Yeah.
Somebody just walk through you.
For me, when they get closer to me. When a spirit gets closer to me, I can pick up on their energy, and I usually get goosebumps like that. Or I'll feel heat, actual literal warmth of their body, or a static charge. There is a couple of energies that are coming forward right now. Nathan, I believe that you have something important to say. And so I'm going to be quiet. There's a group of you. Right. You are right. There's at least 3 energies here with me right now. I heard you again, Nathan. I want you to come louder, though. Come closer and come louder because it's really hard to hear you. Speak really loudly. Nathan, your mom can hear you. Are you with family right now? I heard him there again. Oh, it's just a tiny whisper.
I'll prove I'm here.
Okay, please do. Please prove that you're here for everybody that's watching, okay? I'm going to reset my static meter again because it went to red again. Nathan, did you hear that? I think that you're a little bit timid, a little bit scared. You don't have to be. I'm a grandma. I'm a mom of 4. I have 2 grandsons. I'm the oldest of 10 children. I worked in childcare for over 35 years. You don't have to be afraid of me, honey. I have some books and a toy over here and a teddy bear. And if you come over here and sit beside me,
Keep going.
I'm going to keep going. If you come over here and sit beside me, this equipment's going to go off, okay? So I have a cat toy that you can play with, that clear ball. And then the REM pod has a bunch of pretty lights and noises. And then I have Boodle up there that also has lights and noises. And the books. So if you come over here, you'll be able to play with them and we'll know that you are closer to me, okay? Can you do that? Book? Yeah, you said book. I might read one later. Is that okay? Read a bedtime story? How old was he, I wonder? Because he feels like he is on the younger side to me.
Yeah, that's what I think too. I think the lady's gone now.
Yeah. But I also think that he's really shy and doesn't want to come forward. Sometimes it can be really painful to get messages.
Yeah, especially your children. I can't imagine.
Why don't they want to contact you if they love you?
Well, the thing is that
Well,
they may be trying to reach out to you all the time. You just might not be aware of it. They might be with you all the time, and you might not be aware of it either.
I hope they are, actually. Yeah.
In my opinion, they're not with us 24 hours a day. They come by when they need to, or when there's something important happening. I feel like the room got cleared out of energy all of a sudden, so I don't know who's here or who's not. But I'm going to switch up the Necrophonic to a different app. Because like I said, it's a good idea to switch up your techniques because it might not be that they're able to work that one. They might not have enough energy to manipulate the device. So I am going to switch it up to Ghost Tube, and we're going to see what messages we can get through there. It's a much clearer audio as well. It's a lot easier to understand, but I am going to keep Spirit Talker open because it looks like I'm getting good communication there. I don't know who it is that was here and left, but they left in a group, so they may have all been from the same family. Dude? It said dude? Is there a dude here? That's funny.
Yeah, like just what you said about when they come when they need to. Like, I'm here with Mom, and she feels it and knows they're there. So they're here, but I can't see or feel it.
Yeah, and not everybody can, right?
Do they come to you when you're thinking about them? Or,
Oh, yeah.
You know what
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's
You think
usually
about
why.
that.
That's
Like,
usually why you will
You
have.
know what I mean? That's past. You think to yourself, and you start thinking about it, you know?
Yeah,
Things
and
you want to remember. Is that when they come to you?
I think sometimes they come
Are
to
they
us and
there?
get
Are
those
they
thoughts.
there with what I'm thinking?
Yeah,
Do
like
they
I
see
think
that?
I think that we have a thought about that person, and it's because they have come close to us to give us that thought. And so we're like, oh, remember that? Wonder why I thought about that today. And it might just be that spirit needed you to hear that message.
Inspire.
Inspire? Well, I'm trying to inspire, but I don't know if I'm doing a good job of it. But I'm going to turn on Ghost.
You're doing
know
a
you
great
can tell
job.
I'm a bit of a skeptic, you know what I mean? I really am. I'm not going to lie to you, but, you know,
Well,
convince
skepticism.
me, you know. That's what I'm looking. I'm just looking for that validation that
Well, he
somebody.
did say
you know,
Vic, and you said that was his name, so that's pretty
yeah,
crazy.
that's fine.
Well,
That's
we'll
fine.
hear this. I'm going to turn on GhostTube, and we're going to
But,
hear
you know,
it
Animal.
much clearer. It's much clearer communication on GhostTube. It's talking already. I don't know why it's so bloody quiet, but it is. But I'm just going to move it closer to here so we can try to hear it. Now, it said animal after dude, inspire, animal. I don't know what that means. You have to be more clear with your messages.
Yeah, we have birds here. My sister just got 5 budgie birds. I don't know if that's. They're animals.
Yeah, that might be a bit of a stretch, but I don't know. Like, it's hard to say. It's hard to decipher when messages come through like this. And that's why after my lives, I will put the Spirit Talker chat log up, because there might be somebody that was in the chat that missed messages, and they can go back and go, oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Or that wasn't for me then, you know, that type of a thing. But it is difficult sometimes to understand what they're trying to say and try to piece it together. But we'll just see what kind of messages come through on GhostTube, if any. It's you have to be louder. We didn't quite hear that.
Can you answer a question for me?
Yeah.
For about a week, not now, but about a month ago or so, I had dreams of people that passed away in my head. Like just friends, just people you knew. What's that mean?
Okay.
You know? I don't know. Every night it was like that. It was crazy. It's like they're all passed away, and yet they are. There they are in my dreams, man. So clear.
Well, they may have been trying to send you a message or a warning. It could have just been a dream. It's hard to say. You know,
I guess maybe, yeah. I don't know.
for me,
Just wondering. I'm just curious.
when
you know?
that happens to me, it's usually a message I'm supposed to figure out. But I'm an empath, so I don't know what it means to other people. But usually when that happens to me, it's because they had something that they needed to tell me, and that was the way they could get the message across. When we're dreaming is when we are actually more
Mandy.
spiritually awake. And it's easier for them to talk to us that way.
Yeah.
I don't know a Mandy.
Interesting. Animal footstep Mandy. It's very quiet on GhostTube, which is abnormal. You heard Necrophonic is just constant communication, but GhostTube Vox is being quiet right now. Maybe I should open up Seer and see if Spirit wants to give us some picture messages instead. So I'll try that.
Cool.
We'll see what happens, because sometimes they can give us a picture, and that will actually we'll be able to decipher what the picture is, usually, not always. Sometimes it's really difficult to make out what the images are, but I'm going to set it up here.
Allison.
I'll put it up behind here again.
Allison.
Mandy and Allison. Is there anybody in the chat that might know a Mandy or an Allison, or anybody that...
My pop that's passed away, his brother lived right next door to him. And he's got a granddaughter named Allison. I'm just, just trying to make sense of it. I have no idea if it's meant for me.
Like I said, I'm a lighthouse for spirits, and so whoever happens to come through the chat, a spirit might have a message for that person, and it might not be, you know, that you were related to them, but you were the one meant to get the message. I have no way of deciphering any of that because I'm not a psychic or a medium. I'm just an empath. But I have had spirits give me images and they've spoke to me. But it's rare. It's rare for that to happen to me. It's interesting though that the order of messages that have come through is very weird. I've not had any of these before. Which app? Spirit Talker, Seer, Necrophonic, Vox, which one? Because
Yeah,
I use these apps.
but I'm just like here trying to make sense of this. You know what I mean? I think Jessica's trying to do the same, make sense of this, right? I mean, I think that's what everybody wants to do, make sense. And it's hard sometimes when you have this stuff happens to you, right? This stuff happens to you, and it just kind of takes you away. And like, you know, you want to believe
is a demon, so we're not going to entertain Elric because Elric is a demonic name. I have a lot of faith in these apps. I use them in airplane mode. So there is no way of me getting any interference from the internet. There's no way for me to input anything into Spirit Talker. You cannot change the words. You can't add to it in any way. So I have a lot of faith in it. Sometimes messages come in really quickly. Other times it takes forever. And I've had some repeat messages, which is also very rare to get on here. But it's to each their own.
Yeah, I believe in this stuff too. I mean, my mom, like, she feels it. And I know one time she, her hands, hang on, sorry, get the story straight.
What is happening?
Her father, my grandfather, was saying that his hand hurt, and she put out her hand, and she actually got a burn on her hand from that, and it never went away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so she's experiencing it all the time, so I definitely believe in this kind of stuff.
That's interesting.
people like that have different experiences. You're not the only one that's had stuff like that. You know, it's true. You know what I mean?
I do have nightmares. You are
I
correct.
just want to connect, man. I just want to get there. I want to get that feel. I really do. You know?
Oh, we have a message coming through. I was just trying to figure out why I wasn't getting any pictures, and all of a sudden we got a picture, and it is of a woman or a girl.
Okay. I have a cousin that's a redhead. I don't know.
I used to have a girlfriend with red hair.
This could be a spirit showing us what they look like. It's hard to say because it's just such a random image. I didn't ask anything. I was wondering why I wasn't getting anything. It was just pure static, because sometimes as soon as I turn it on, Spirit gives me messages one on top of the other. But it's pretty quiet.
You get a picture of it, man.
Yeah, so what they do is they go into the app and they give you an image, and it's supposed to tell a story. I finally paid for the full version of it so that I could download all of the pictures and put them up with the Spirit Talker chat log after my lives, because it would only let you look at 3 of the pictures that you received if you didn't buy the full version. I finally have the full version, and I was like, why am I not getting anything all of a sudden? And then that popped up. So you need more light? Okay.
Light.
I did turn on 1 solar light. I will turn on more for you, okay? I'll turn on another one here. I do have more lights that I can turn on. I'm surrounded by lights, you guys. I have tons of them. It's dark so that you guys can see.
I'm going to turn on a light. Just curious.
I might go and grab my St. Jude candle, just because the name Elric came up and that is a known demon, but the messages that followed that, other than you have nightmares, it's true. I have nightmares.
They weren't nightmares. I wasn't scared at all. It was just people that passed away on me, man. People that I knew that passed away. Like,
right.
every night was different. Was another person.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean,
and it happened for like
I
5 days in a
personally,
row, man. It's like, what's going on?
I personally have nightmares, but that's,
It wasn't a nightmare, though.
But
It wasn't
no,
a nightmare. I wasn't scared at all.
if you
It
weren't
was just
scared,
showing me.
if you weren't scared, then that message wasn't for you then.
I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared.
Yeah.
But I knew that person, and I knew they passed away. And every morning that I get up, get my coffee, be like, oh man, I think about that. And then, you can't remember your dreams all the time.
Yeah.
But I can remember those very vivid, man. They were clear in my mind. You know? It was kind of weird. It was just, and I was kind of like wondering why too. But I kind of shoved that to the side. But as you do, with people. But yeah.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So like where my mom has negative energy and stuff, kind of like freaks her out. So is there a chance that now that I'm using this and talking to this, that any bad energy, negative energy can be brought to me?
Any energy can follow you when you communicate, whether it's good or bad. What I suggest that everybody does when they leave my lives, and I say this at the end of my lives, but I'll say it now too, is that you should imagine yourself enveloped in a white light. Imagine that you have a shower pouring white light on you when you leave here. And you just have to say out loud, but say it to yourself too, that you are protected by that white light, that nothing can harm you. It's not allowed to touch you. It's not allowed to follow you home. Yes, you can say prayers.
Nicholas.
It's not necessary to say a prayer, but you can. It does help, obviously. But if you just remind them that they have no power or authority over you, that you are stronger than them, because you have faith, because you are protected by that faith, you should be okay. If you find that you go home or you're leave here and things are happening, it could be that spirit just needed to say something more to you. If you feel like it's negative, though, you can do things. You can have a salt bath, for example.
Dessert.
That will help you. Just Epsom salts. You can light a candle and you can say, I'm protected by the blood of Jesus Christ. Whether you believe that or not, saying it out loud will work. They don't like that when you say that, the negative energies. My K2 meter's going off as I'm saying that, by the way.
It's crazy when you say that, I'm not scared of that. I'm really not scared of evil. I don't know why, but I'm not.
You have a nephew named Nicholas. Lori,
I did nothing,
I did notice your
I
message.
don't know what it is about it, but it's true.
If spirit is coming to you in your dreams, it's probably because they have something that they need to say to you, and that's how they feel like they can get the message across. Now, this is showing what looks to me like a man who doesn't have eyes, so maybe that's a spirit standing there outside of a house that looks like it's on like maybe an acreage or a farm property. It looks a little bit overgrown. So that could be a spirit that is here trying to get a message across and just showing either a memory or how he sees himself now. What it looks like to them on the other side, we have no idea. And Zachary came through for a second time tonight. So Zachary is a spirit that has a message, or a spirit is trying to get a hold of a Zachary. Like I said, people have come in and out of this live all night so far. And so that message could have been for one of them too, and the message just came through. It's hard to know.
Oh, yeah,
But
absolutely.
if it resonates with anybody, please let us know. Lori, I did notice your messages that you have a nephew named Nicholas, and I did notice that you said that your friend came to see you in your sleep a couple years ago. That's really interesting to me, because when that happens, it's for a reason. They're trying to give you a message of some sort. I don't know what the message is, so hopefully we can get some of those answers for you guys tonight. My K2 is going off like crazy, so somebody's here that has something to say. Who is this, please? Is this Zachary? As soon as I tell people that my K2 is going off, you stop. Can you make it go into the orange like you just did? Make it go all the way to the red. How about that? If you come really closer to me, it's going to go all the way to the red. If you touch it, it will go all the way to the red. Or you can touch the cat ball that's in front of it. It takes barely any movement whatsoever to make that go off. I'll show you. But if you just touch it like this, it'll start doing that, okay? And then we're going to know that you're there. You can play with the REM pod. You can take energy from any of these devices. They're not going to harm you. They're just lights and sounds to let me know that you're here. Annie
Was my Nan's mom.
Was she a dancer?
No.
It's really interesting that those came at the same time. Thank you so much, Spirit. Is there anybody that might know Annie? Because this might be Anna trying to come forward.
Yeah, because just before I came in, you were doing something with an Anna.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Anna though, because she usually says her name nice and loud. Your friend that passed, his name is Andrew. Okay. I mean, these messages can vary. They can be for pretty much anybody. They can mean pretty much anything. And me trying to piece it together is difficult because I only get bits and pieces. If a spirit really wants my help, they're going to give me information before I even ask the question, usually.
Can I ask it something?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. If you guys have things to say, say it.
Hi, Nan. I don't know if you're there, but Annie came up. I'm wondering if you are with your stepmom, Annie, in heaven.
And I will say Annie is like my favorite movie. So crime. Okay.
Crime.
Okay. Is this Anna? Is this about Anna? You said murder earlier. And Annie, now crime. I don't think this is about Anna, but I'm starting to wonder. Anna, if you're there, please come forward and talk to me. I know you want me to turn on the laser. I will in a few minutes.
I need more energy.
You do? Okay, no problem. I just turned on 2 lights for you. I'm going to turn on some more, okay? Hi, Doug.
May I ask who Annie or Anna is?
Okay, so Anna is a little girl. Don't make me blush. Anna's a little girl that was taken between 1983 and 1985 from the Saddle Dome in Calgary. She tells me that it was during the Flames games, but I actually believe that it was either during a rodeo or during the Stampede. And her remains are dispersed in between the Catamount Caves and Hinton. They're in multiple locations. She has shown me image of a tree, this huge tree. It looks very out of place because the trees that are all over by Hinton and Jasper area are mostly spruce and pine. The tree she showed me looks like a really weird out of place tree. It's almost been entirely stripped of bark. looks like it's maybe what you would see as driftwood. And it looks like it's been planted upside down. I don't know the significance of that tree, if there's evidence there, if it's a marker of some sort. But the caves at Catamount themselves have a lot of different species of bats in there, so it's unsafe for me to go in there and investigate. But I know if I went to that area, I would have more answers. She is one of 9 to 13 children that were taken, the oldest of which so far that I've come across is 16, Shelly Ann Baxu. Her case is related. The Tanya Morell case from Edmonton, her case is related to this as well. I just don't know the connection there. I don't think she
scares
was.
people.
She does. Okay.
You're talking about the Highway of Tears.
Yes.
Highway 16?
Exactly. Exactly
Right?
right. Exactly right. And because of
There's,
that, I'm also
there's
involved.
more murders from British Columbia to Kitimat on that highway than they
Yes.
can solve Native women, man.
I
Crazy.
also have been working on another case closer to home. There's a campground that's close to Camrose.
May I touch you?
Yes, by all means, you can touch me. It's the Forestburg campground, and there is missing and murdered Indigenous women and children that are buried there, in particular in the one campsite and in the water. And the Spirit also showed me a residential school that looked more like a home than it did a school, and that's now just rubble, and it's over between Forestburg and Edberg. Or not Forestburg, Farintosh and Edberg. Those are two of the main cases that spirits have me working on. But I feel such a very strong pull towards Anna in particular. She's formed an attachment with me. She thinks of me as mom. And she feeds off of me, off of my energy all the time. And I read books to her to try to entice her.
Does that scare you when that happens to you?
Pardon me?
Does that scare you when that happens to you, when you feel Anna or whatever? Does
No.
that, you know?
No.
No?
No.
How do you feel?
Actually,
How do you
her
feel when that
energy,
happens?
her energy feels.
The grave.
Yes, I know, sweetheart. I know I need to go to your grave. Now she actually has a headstone, and it's in Edmonton, in one of the older cemeteries in Edmonton. But I do need to get there. You are right. I don't have a vehicle, so it makes it very difficult for me to be able to go and do these things. But her energy feels very much like a warm blanket to me when she comes closer to me. But I also get a very big boost at first, and then I get severe energy drain because she comes close to me and she starts to take my energy. But when Officer Joe Brown comes forward, that energy terrifies me. He feels like he has become more evil now that he's on that side. And this officer that I found images of with the same name and everything, working in the same department, I don't know that he's involved, like I said, but it's very strange that the image she showed me, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the movie Gone Baby Gone, but the bad guy that she told me murdered her, hung, drawn, and quartered to be exact. She was tortured over weeks, actually. The image that she showed me of the bad guy, and I don't know if the bad guy is the guy from Bowden Prison or the cop. I just know that he's the bad guy. Looks exactly like the husband on Gone Baby Gone, the brother-in-law with the mustache. Looks just like that guy. And when I went on Google after that live and I started searching up the information she gave me, what the back seat looked like of the car and the cop and all these things, it just started painting this really big picture. And it wasn't hard for me to find at all. So I very strong.
Did you take it to the police?
No, because right now it's I don't have a last name. I don't have they killed her. Yes, I know, honey. I know.
So was her remains never found, and she just has like a memorial in Edmonton? Her remains
Yes.
haven't been found?
Yeah, she has a headstone, but she is still missing.
Is her mom and dad like still actively looking into the investigation? Do they know that you're trying to help?
No, I don't know about her birth parents. The relationship between the police officer and Anna is either he was dating her adopted mom or stepmom or whatever, or he just patrolled the area and was friends. But there's a relationship between him and somebody that was either a prisoner of Bowden prison or worked there. And I think more like he worked there. Like maybe he was a transport guy. He drove the vans transporting them or something. But he was involved. Okay, you're going to give me an image of a child. That's great. Okay, so is this one of the victims? I think this is one of the victims, and I know that their ages are varying. The oldest so far is 16, and the youngest up to this image was 4. There's between 9 and 13 victims. My K2 meter was just in the red again off to the side. Now the thing
There
is,
was more than that.
there's between 9 and 13 victims with this case, with these people that did this. They got very good at doing what they did, very good at covering up evidence. And that's what I think the cop's involvement is that he helped cover up the evidence. I don't necessarily think he was the murderer.
Adult.
Yes, I know. An adult. I need to know the name of the other guy, though, because that's something we haven't got. I don't have biological parents' names. I have the officer, I have Anna, I have a few of the victims' names. I still don't have Anna's last name. I have her nickname, too. It's Toots. That was a thing that came to me in my dream, and I got goosebumps again, and my K2 meter went into the red again. Toots,
I'm going to Edmonton on the 2nd.
Toots, are you with me? Are you here, Anna? I think you are. I think you're building up energy, huh? Yes? You like the books, I know, because I read them at bedtime for you. Are you able to come closer, sweetie? Do you think you can show us a picture of the tree so that everybody in the chat can see the tree that you showed me? I would really like that. Green hair. Again, she says green hair all the time, and I don't know, like, green hair. If you think at 1983 to 1985, that type of hair color was not available like it is now. Green hair would have been a spray, if you were lucky, a neon green spray for maybe Spencer's.
What about a wig?
A wig, exactly. That's why I think Stampede. I think there was clowns. I think that somebody was involved that was dressed as a clown. Again, she says, I'm only 5. Okay, sweetheart. I know you were 5. I know you were 5. The thing is, sometimes she presents to me as a 9-year-old, and that's confusing. So I don't know why. What are you showing me now? Oh, a crown. A crown.
Someone in authority?
Well, the cop, right?
Yeah.
Was King
Native.
a name? Was King or Prince a name that was involved? Was that your last name? I did see my K2 flicker. Am I right? Was King a name or Prince? Okay, thank you. If it was King, can you make that go into the red, please? Is your last name King? Maybe not your last name. Somebody's last name was King? I think I'm right there. Is the guy that worked at the prison, is his name King? I don't know, man. It's so hard to piece these things together, but when I get a confirmation, my body tells me I'm right. She doesn't get jealous when other spirits come through, but usually the police officer, Joe, will come forward and try to stop her from talking to me. And when she says that she scares people, she usually is talking about the woman. And the woman is whoever had custody of her, whether that was a foster parent, a stepmom, or whatever. It wasn't bio mom. but she's afraid of her. And she often comes through too. That looks like desert to me.
Nevada.
Desert. Okay. Now, there are areas that look like that around Calgary, Drumheller area.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So,
Suffield.
are there victims there, Anna? You missed your
I
life.
miss my life.
I know. Are there victims there in Drumheller, Anna? Is that places that look like that? It's okay. You can come forward. Don't be afraid. You need more energy. I have lots. Yeah, there you go. Come a little closer, sweetheart. I can feel you. There you go. Come on. There you go. Okay. So, Anna, are you able to show everybody a picture of that tree or the caves? Now, the thing is, too, is that I don't necessarily think all of her body parts are in one spot. I think that she was either moved by an animal, some parts of her were moved by an animal, or they deliberately spread her out. But I feel more like it may have been post-mortem animal. My Q2 is just going absolutely crazy.
Yeah, because crime, bone, adults, murder. Yeah, crazy.
Is that the woman's name, Marjorie? That's interesting.
You're interesting.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm
this
just
is
curious.
very interesting. This is my first time on this.
You have to be a little weird to do this.
Weird? No, I don't think I'm weird, but maybe.
No, you have to be a little bit weird because normal people
I
wouldn't.
do think a little different. I think off the block a little bit. Yeah, but pretty normal, though. You know?
It's normal for me, but you know.
I don't
Yeah, I'm a
understand
pretty
that.
open.
I don't know how you have that ability to do that.
It's
honestly.
dangerous. Yes, she
She's
is.
dangerous.
I mean, I'm not, like I said before, I'm not trying to put you down and run you down and not believe or anything. It's just like, I want to. It's me. I want to see that. You know what I mean? I want to grasp that. I want to feel that.
Well,
Or
I'll
something.
tell you,
You
my
know,
first
that's the only
experience.
thing with me.
My first experiences, I was young. I was a child when I first started having premonitions that came true. And seeing things out of the corner of my eye that other people didn't see, feeling things in spaces that other people didn't feel. When you walk into a room after there's a big party, lots of people there, you walk into that room, you feel that energy that's there. When you walk into a room after there's been an argument or during an argument, you feel the energy, and that's no different than me.
Of course, yeah.
A lot stronger than the average person. My body physically reacts, and in that moment, I instantly get pictures in my head. So instantly I know there's somebody here that shouldn't be here, that they're not alive, they feel this way, whatever. And
Yeah,
I explain.
I guess I'm saying I'm jealous. I'm just joking. Little joke there, though.
I don't know if I'd want to
know?
feel what mom feels. Like she feels cold, like breathing on her, like the stories that she's told me, like I don't know if I'd want to feel it.
Stuff like
What's the
that
shit?
can sometimes be startling. But the thing is when you're so open the way that your mom is, because I feel like she doesn't have a switch to
Where are
turn it
you
off.
from?
No, and it's something that came to her later in life, and
Yeah.
she's talked to many mediums and people that have told her like you got to work on your third eye or whatever.
You have
And
to learn how to shut it down sometimes, because being that open, she's constantly absorbing information and energies from everywhere. That ship is interesting. I don't know what it has to do with anything. This too also is interesting because this looks almost like a ceremony, like a group of people.
Sacrifice? No.
Oh, you know what? This feels indigenous in a way to me. Like they're doing prayers, healing prayers type of a thing. It could be. I don't know. It's weird that the ship happened before that. But your mom needs to learn how to close
Connie.
down the communication because she's constantly open to it. And so she won't ever get a restful sleep because all night long they're going to be talking and all day long they're going to be trying to talk to her.
Yeah.
But it can be very draining. It can be very scary. See how messages are coming one on top of the other now?
Yeah, it freaks me out, so I ask her not to speak about it a lot of the time if she, feels anything.
There's like friggin' 9 fingers on one hand. What is this? Wait. Does this have to do with how your body was separated and buried? Like, that doesn't make sense. I don't know. Connie. Anybody know a Connie?
No.
That's so weird to me. Yeah, these gifts can become very daunting, very draining. But I think it would be worse if I were more psychically in tune. That side is opening up the more that I do this.
Yeah, because they say the veil is getting thinner all the time.
It is. And the more interactions that you have with certain attachments, like I do with Anna, I had an elemental that was attached to me quite a few months ago. That stuff still makes you more open. It keeps you open to the other side so you can have more information come through. You have an aunt named Connie. She's still alive. Okay. Yeah, see, some people that have these abilities think of it as a burden and that it's not a gift, that it's a curse. And that's because they're either tired of it or they don't know how to shut down properly. Adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, my K2's
Me
going.
personally, I accept that kind of stuff. I don't know. It's my age, I think, as I'm older. I do accept it,
Right.
and I let that come. I let that come to me. I don't know what that means. It's just what I decided to do. Because I remember, you get scared, you have a nightmare or something, or something freak you out or whatever. But I changed my attitude. I let that come to me.
People are so afraid of.
That's why I say I don't get scared.
People are very afraid
I
of
should be, but
ghosts.
I'm not.
But honestly, if a ghost is standing in
Danger.
front of you and you can't see it, doesn't mean it's not there. And
Yeah.
if they
No,
if they were alive, you wouldn't be afraid of them standing there, and you wouldn't be afraid to talk to them. So why is it that you just can't see them and you're afraid to talk to them? You know what I mean? Danger. And then that is a weird button and sign.
I thought it said S and then the S went away. SLAM.
Yeah, I thought it had an S in it too.
And then it just went
That's
away.
weird. What is this image? Danger.
Okay,
And
if I get a drink.
is that like a button that needed to be pressed or something? Because it said adventure, danger, and then that image. What the heck? I don't understand. I don't know. And I've never been to the Saddle Dome, so I don't know if something like that exists at the Saddle Dome. Could.
I don't know either.
It's very strange. But yeah, like when I've been doing this, I've been involved in the paranormal for over 30 years, and the more that I do this, the more my gift grows, and I've never really understood why people are so afraid of the afterlife, because you just can't see a physical person there. That's the only difference. So why are you so afraid of it?
Not afraid of the afterlife, but afraid of the negative.
The negative you should be afraid of, but you should also be very aware that you're more powerful than they are. You are alive. They are not. So we have more power and more energy to overpower them. And it's good to remind yourself of that, and it will
Like,
help keep that
yeah.
energy at bay. Especially since your mom is constantly in communication, it's important that you make that well known to all of those energies. The loft. You've said that a few times too, but I don't know what you mean by that.
Like, mom feels spirits get in bed with her and like wrap their arms around her. It's like they're spooning her almost. Like, it's just wild.
That's dangerous because they're probably really absorbing a lot of her energy, and in return she's probably absorbing a lot of theirs, and absorbing dead energy is very bad.
And she can feel like, I know another time she could feel like this evil entity, and it came up and it was like she could feel it breathing cold air in her face.
Yeah, that's not good. Now I do get them coming through here often too, but I do have a lot of things here to protect myself and to stave it away. Okay, we have two people in an image and it's blurred, so does that mean that you don't remember what they look like? Is that your bio mom and dad? Or is
What a
that a
sweet
message for
girl.
someone else?
I can't imagine someone doing that to a child.
What she went through was the worst of all of them because her death was drawn out, because I believe that it was a personal thing. And the woman that she talks about, that she says she's dangerous and all of that, she was the instigator behind it. She made money off of what happened to
Dang, that gave me goosebumps. And that
Oh,
image.
it's so sad. I have a 7-year-old and I
Like, I don't know if it was a, I'm going to pay you to take her and do whatever you want with her situation, or if there was an exchange of property, but it was something to that effect. And they took their time with her, and she was abused in every horrible way for a very long time. The question is if it was weeks or months, and at this point I feel like it was more like 6 weeks. Margaret, there you go.
that's who I was looking for.
Thank you so much for finally coming forward. Sometimes it
I'm going to
takes...
give you a follow. I'll come
thank-
back and check you.
Okay, thank you.
I will. No, you intrigue me. You really do.
I appreciate that. I will be
You know.
launching my podcast tomorrow.
I mean, I will. Because I'm interested. I really am. I like that.
Appreciate that.
I know people are really spiritual and, they have that kind of thing, but I just want to know. I want to know a lot of things, actually. You connect. How do you connect? When are you connected? All that stuff. And just, I don't know. Fascinates me.
It is fascinating.
It does. It really does.
It's
Crazy.
fascinating.
Crazy old man. I tell you, I would change my tag. Not to Eddie, to crazy old man. Huh?
It's fascinating to me too. I feed off of this type of energy and this type of interaction. But doing these drains me a lot, and that's why I don't do lives as often as I used to. I used to do them a couple times a week for hours, sometimes 13 hours. Good.
Gosh.
But it really does drain my energy, especially when I have to do a bunch of cleansing to keep the negative energies away. I do have a bunch of techniques that I do that it really does work, and my equipment responds to me doing it as well. But I had to stop doing these so often because so many energies will come in here and they will just drain me. And then I'm sick for days and can't move and what have you.
Is this Margaret Squibb?
It's funny that she said good morrow. Remove. Well, what would you like me to remove? Do you have an attachment that you want me to remove, or do you want me to remove you? If you want me to pray for you or cross you over, you need to be specific and ask me for that. I will not cross over a spirit that does not want to go. So if that's something that you would like, all you have to do is ask me. My K2 keeps going off, and every time that I go to show you guys, it stops going. There's an energy that wants to come forward, but they're hesitant for some reason.
Sorry if I interrupted you then. I just didn't want her to leave if it was her.
No, I think that it is her. I think that she's still here, but for some reason doesn't want to completely come forward. It's okay, Margaret. I'm going to assure you, none of these devices will harm you. None
You
of
said you get negative energy,
yeah.
that the bad stuff wants to come through.
Oh yeah.
Do
The bad
you,
stuff
do
takes.
you, do you ever let the bad stuff through
I
and let
don't.
it flow?
I don't allow them to stay. No, I send them away. The thing is, when you have negative energies, whether they are low level demonic or they are just demonic, or they're just a malevolent human spirit that wants to cause harm, it's not good to have that type of energy around because it will start to make you sick. They are energy vampires. Spirits are energy vampires. That's how you have to look at them, whether they're good or bad. They want power.
We need power.
Like they just asked for more power. They want power because that's how they're able to do things on that side of the world. We need food to re-energize our bodies. They need actual energy. So again, I'm going to turn on some more lights for them and hopefully that will help. I have 3 solar flashlights on. I have the candles on, and I just turned on another power source. I might go and grab a candle, an actual candle, not an LED one, because they can really get a boost of energy off of that. I will remind them you are able to use my energy as well to communicate, but you cannot drain me entirely. You are more than welcome to drain my devices. I'm going to turn on my laser for you because I know, Anna, that's your favorite. So I have a laser light here. It's a grid. It will shine a grid pattern up on my wall. In order for it to turn on, though, there's this little button that you have to hold down. So I use this metal binder clip to hold it down, and I just have it plugged into a battery there because they drain it so fast. This is probably only going to last 5 minutes before it's completely dead. Because it is their favorite way to take power. So I'm just going to show you, I have the grid set up. And so now when something crosses the light beam, we're going to see shadow play. So I'm going to let the camera sit this way for a minute. It said failed. We need power, failed. So what is it that failed? You weren't able to utilize the power enough? You failed to communicate? Any number of these devices you can interact with. I'm going to show you. I can't make my K2 meter go off because I don't have enough energy in my body to do that. Electronics will set that off, or spirit. This is a cat ball. It's just a simple touch activated ball that has a light in it. So you have to touch it for it to go off. The REM pod, you come close to it, it's going to go off, make all sorts of beeps and stuff, show me your temperature. Same thing with Boodle. It's a REM pod with the REM pod parts inside of it. These lights are motion activated, so if someone crosses the sensors, they're going to turn on. Then I just have these books set up here. They're children's books that I read to the spirits. And then I have my static meter that shows me there's good energy here right now. If it was red, that would be the negative energy that was here earlier. I have my music box, my paranormal music box right here. I'll just show you. This sensor is right here. This white ball right here is the sensor. And so if anything crosses this wide pattern coming into my living room, it's going to make that go off.
You have a lot of stuff.
This is only a little bit of my equipment. I have much more. I just set this stuff up for my usual spirit sessions. Affair, failed affair. A failed affair, is that how you passed, spirit? Was through a failed affair? Is that what happened with Anna? I don't believe so. I think this is a completely different conversation. I feel like Anna has kind of backed up a little bit. But now that I've turned the laser on, she's probably going to show up because it is her favorite thing to play with.
My grandmother, I don't really believe that my grandfather had an affair.
Right.
But in her... when she started developing dementia and stuff, she always used to talk about Pop having an affair.
She had dementia?
Yeah, with Dot.
That might be why it's harder for her to communicate. When you have dementia, your brain is shrinking, and so you're left with your earlier memories rather than your later memories. And so it might be very difficult for her to come through and give us communication. But that's why utilizing different apparatuses, different equipment might give her a better opportunity now to come forward. She might give us a picture. She might give us a message in a different way. She might even come forward and walk through the grid. It's funny that you said that, though, that she accused your grandfather of having an affair, because my grandma did the same thing in her dementia. He was saying things like, he broke my arm, even though her arm wasn't broken. You know, she's like, I'm black and blue, even though she wasn't. It's funny how the brain works like that. But not always, when a spirit crosses, are they able to gain their faculties again. Because
okay, I did not know that. So I thought, like, when you left this world, you came completely healthy in heaven, or whatever they call it.
always.
Exactly.
It depends on where you are.
That's what I thought.
If you're stuck here, then you're not going to be healed. If you're stuck here, you haven't gone to heaven.
Okay.
And it's the same thing with the age. Some spirits will go back to being a younger person, or they can make themselves appear completely different. They can project their image as something completely different than what they look like when they pass. They can look younger, they can look older, they can make themselves look so disgusting. I don't know how it works. If they try to intimidate, impress, if they just are like, I liked myself better when I was 7 instead of 50. I don't know how that works, but I know that if you have not crossed over, your ailments are still there. And some spirits are stuck in that death moment, or stuck in the illness that caused their death too. We fight the darkness. Yes, I know. And you tell me that often too. And I appreciate that so much. My guides and spirits are helping to keep away the negative energies. I have been blessed. I've had only one message come through from a negative energy. So what I did helped today.
I got a question for you.
Absolutely. I'm just going to show the grid again.
Am I a negative energy?
Oh, no. No, you're
No?
not. No. No.
Why?
So a negative,
Why aren't I a negative energy?
I'll just tell you what a negative energy is when I'm referring to that. I'm referring to bad spirits or demons, or things that are inhuman spirits, like an elemental who was put on the earth by the natives to protect land. Those things are malevolent. They are negative. They don't have good, positive thoughts or desires. Their whole purpose is to scare people, hurt people, cause mayhem. Those are the ones that usually turn into the severe hauntings and poltergeists, right? Those are negative.
Is that why the way the world is nowadays?
The world has a lot of
negative energy.
Your world has a lot of negative energies in it.
That's what I'm saying. Is that why?
A lot of demonic things that are being called out to as well. And the thing is that the people like me are trying to fight the darkness. Like the spirits just said, we fight the darkness. We are trying to stave all of that crap off with energy. Yes, thank you for verifying that too. We are trying to keep the good levels higher than the bad levels, because the last few years it's been outweighing on those scales. There's more negative in the world than there is positive.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah.
If you are a shitty person in life, you are going to be a negative energy when you cross over.
Do you feel negativity from me?
No, I don't feel negativity. Actually, what I can feel off of you is that you have abilities too, but you don't tune into them.
I've heard that a million times, but yeah.
Eddie, you have a very, very bright, thick purple energy. You seem to be this bubbly guy. You have lots of energy, lots of
Satanic.
Satanic.
That's just the way I like to live life. That's just, that's how I like to treat people.
I would probably feed
off.
It
just got really nothing to do with anything else, but it is positivity. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Anger is not a part of me. I don't want that no more.
Okay.
I've been there, done that. Wow, that's scary.
No.
Just said satanic. Okay, so you said we fight the darkness, energy, and satanic. So you need more energy to help fight off the satanic ones. Is that the woman? Is that the woman that is dangerous? Because I feel like that's what that image is about. Feel. I'm not going to feel any satanic energy. So what I'm going to do, because it's trying to change the energy fields right now with these images and these words, is I'm going to do some cleansing. So I'm just going to turn off the laser, and I'm going to do a little bit of cleansing, and I'm going to show you guys what I do to
Do you smudge?
I do smudge, but what I do before I do it, like I smudge when I'm done my sessions. I'm just going to show you what I do first of all. Okay, so
I have that stuff here too with the feather. Sage? Sage?
this is my wood sage and sea salt spray, and it works very well, just like smudging does. But this is what I do first. Then I will place some tones, and that will help back off this negative energy. And then when I close out, that's when I will smudge with my Palo Santo and my
If I have a bad dream tonight, I'm blaming you, man.
saw torture. Yes,
Saw torture.
I know.
I'm teasing.
Okay,
I'm
so
Probably Anna.
I'm gonna spray my. I'm quite liberal with my spray too, and I love the smell of it too. But this almost instantaneously backs up the energy. So I'm just gonna set you guys here actually, so that you can watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find a lighter to light my sage
That's
too,
creepy,
because
man.
I just don't want that negative.
So when I start playing these tones and my drum, usually the K2 will respond to that because I'm actively shifting the energy. So I'm just going to do a couple beats on my Celtic drum here for a second.
Watch what I do.
The vibration, the frequency.
The frequency. And now I'm going to take my bells, and then I'm going to do my Tibetan chime afterwards and my singing bowl. Watch what I do. Okay, I'm watching. Can you come and interact with my equipment for me, please? And I'm just going to sound bathe my equipment here. Oops. Just so that I can try to clean some of this negative energy away that's trying to come forward. Now that blue light just got bright when I did that, so that was a good indication I've just welcomed good energy back. I'm going to take my singing bowl and do a couple of notes as well. Oh shit. I'm just tapping because later is when I'm going to do more. Right now, it's about trying to back up that negative energy instead of letting it get closer to me and trying to do anything. So I'm going to do my little Tibetan chime here too. See that? How the lights got brighter on my static meter then? Because I'm welcoming the good energy back in here now. It was pushed away from whatever was trying to come forward and claim that it was satanic. And so as an added measure, I have my holy water here. I have my holy water. And I also have some very strong frankincense oil. Safe? It's safe now? Thank you for verifying. Thank you, Spirit. These are all messages that people like Eddie need to see, the skeptics.
I'm still skeptic, honestly.
So I have my holy water,
I hate
and
to say that, but I'm just being honest.
my holy water around my equipment. And then I'm going to put a drop of the frankincense oil. And now this stuff is very, very highly concentrated. The witch is here. Is she the good witch? Because you just made my energy spike again. Thank you. My static meter, I should say. So this frankincense oil is extremely potent. And so I just put a little tiny drop on my equipment. just to try to stave off negativity from attaching to any of my equipment here. And then, there we go. I just set that cat ball off by touching it. Okay, so the only witch that's allowed to come forward is if she is a good witch. If she is a sister witch, she is welcome. I can grab my witch's bells if that would help you. I will grab my witch bells. That's me that just set off the music box.
Listen carefully.
I'm listening. Are you going to play the witch bells for me? So I'll just show you my witch's bells here. Now, I just set them up on my guitar over here, so we'll just see.
I want to know how you sleep at night.
My eyes closed. With my eyes closed, that's how I sleep at night.
Honestly, it's like, man.
Okay, so my witch bells are set up on my guitar over there. So I'm going to hear, you said listen carefully. I'm going to listen, okay? Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Keep doing that. Keep bringing that good energy forth, please. Go ahead. Make the K2 go. Thank you. Thank you. Look at that. Thank you. Proof.
Are those things plugged in?
The moon is full and looks orange. That's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Okay, so now...
Early harvest moon, that's all.
Exactly. It's just a little early. Just a month early.
Bad, right?
Yeah. So, I'm going to try to see if Anna wants to come forward because she is who I really need messages from. So, guides, I would really ask that you allow Anna to come forward again. My static meter just had a burst of energy again. And
Well,
what I'm
I
going to
just saged my house, so I should be fine, hey?
You should be, yes. You should
Okay.
be. I am going to do a quick little call and response EVP session. And so, well, you're very welcome for listening. I didn't hear anything though, but I'm going to use my digital recorder and I'm going to see if we can hear your voice, okay? I'm going to do an EVP session and see if I can hear you, okay? All right, so Anna, if you're here, you need to come forward and talk to me, okay? I want you to talk very loudly into this little device that's in my hand and give me more information about what happened to you, okay? What is that? Ooh, that's gambling. Was there gambling on the day that you went missing, honey? There probably was. If it was the stampede, there may have been horse racing. I need your last name, Anna. If you can remember, is it King? Okay, I'm going to listen to this now.
I would like to subscribe, but I'm having trouble with my iTunes or my iCloud. And I try to put in my password and it sends me a code to my phone that I don't have anymore. So I can't can't get into to send gifts or do anything on it. I guess I'm gonna have to make up a new iTunes account.
Oh, I wouldn't
I'm
worry
old
about
and me and technology just doesn't work anyway, so.
Yeah, I gotta make up a new iTunes account because I was just trying to subscribe, but it locked me out of my iTunes for some reason or my Apple account. And when it sends me verification code, it's sent to an old number, and I can't figure out how to fix it. So I can't go buy iTunes cards and put them in and do what I used to do with TikTok.
I had my iTunes hacked a few times and lost those accounts and everything on them, all the music, movies, everything. So I get it. But you can subscribe on YouTube. It's totally free.
Yeah.
Totally.
Since you're in Canada, do you do EMT? I could send you, or I'd like to send you a little donation or something for having me involved in this tonight.
You don't have to do that. Are you crazy? No, 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 no. Don't do
I
that.
would love to. If you do, you have like, I know they don't do it in the States, but email money transfer.
Yeah, I do PayPal and transfers and all that, but you don't have to do that. That's so
Yeah,
sweet.
it's just a small donation. I really do appreciate it. I've never done this before, and it's a very learning session to me. Like I said, I would have subscribed, but I can't. So I'll go.
Oh no, what happened? I lost audio. I lost audio. What happened?
I heard that too. She disappeared.
She may have just swiped on her screen and it paused her or whatever. While she's doing that, I'm gonna listen to this back and we'll see if it's caught anything.
All right, so Anna, if you're here, you need to come forward and talk to me, okay? I want you to talk very loudly into this little device that's in my hand and give me more information about what happened to you, okay?
No, I didn't.
What?
She said.
Oh, that's gambling. Was there gambling on the day that you went missing, honey? There probably was. If it was a stampede, there may have been horse racing.
My stuff is going off in the background.
I need your last name, Anna. If you can remember, is it King?
I got this from Temu. That's why it's difficult for me to figure out how it works every time I do this, because the buttons aren't labeled and they're in a wrong order of what you would expect them to be on like an American made recorder. The button that's used for play isn't for play. The button that you use to record, you would think is the on-off switch. It's so bizarre. But it cost me like $4 on Temu and it works amazing otherwise. It just takes me a second to figure out how it works. My static meter keeps doing that surge of good energy, so I know what I did has worked and it's built a barrier to keep the negativity out. But there's somebody that keeps coming closer, that keeps setting my K2 off. I just can't quite figure it out if that's Anna or if it's somebody else. And I really am confused by these messages. Like, thank you for listening. People can't hear me. That's accurate. And then it said, no, I didn't. I don't know what that was in response to, but there's a cage with bones in it. Anna, please tell me that you didn't go. Oh my gosh. I got the answer before I finished. Arrest. I know, sweetheart. I know. Oh my God, it makes me sick to think that she was put through any of the things that she was put through. Were you in that?
It's pretty sad.
Were you in that cage, Anna? I know the answer. I got the answer before I even had the words come out of my mouth. Yes, but not in a cage that looked like that. It was a bigger situation. But yep. I'm thinking that there was multiple children that were in that at some point.
Energy.
You need more energy. Okay, I'm going to grab my St. Jude candle because I know that's going to give you the best boost of energy. That's me again, going in the path of that. So I'm gonna light my St. Jude candle, and that will help give her some pure light energy. Anna, I would really like a last name for you, please. And if you can give me the name of the other guy that was involved, the guy that's from Bowden. I heard my REM pod for a second. Did you guys hear it? It beeped so briefly. It's okay. I'm not meaning to scare you. You can come forward. You don't have to be afraid, honey. I just need more information because I can only do so much from here. But if you can give me some names, that will help me a lot, honey. Do you want me to turn on the laser grid again, maybe? I'll do that because you do want more energy. My St. Jude candle there will help, but I will turn on the laser for them again as well. It's probably not going to last too much longer though. I hate that it keeps asking me if I'm still here. Come on. Did you guys drain it already, maybe? Nope. It's got a little bit of juice left. Come on. There we go.
You're making a mistake.
Am I? Why am I making a mistake? I don't believe that I'm making a mistake trying to help you. I believe it's what I'm supposed to do is to help you and the other children. Can you tell me if Shelly Ann and Tanya are with you? I feel like Tanya's energy is so weak, but I do believe I have spoke to Shelly Ann a couple times too. She come forward as well? Shelly Ann is she was 16 when she went missing. And like I said, I don't believe that Tanya was murdered and taken by the same people, but I think that her body is in the same vicinity.
Yeah.
She's dangerous. Yes, I know she's dangerous. You tell me a lot that she's dangerous. I'm not afraid of her. And you don't need to be afraid of her anymore because she has no power over you, no dominion over you. You do not have to be afraid of her anymore. You do not have to be afraid of Officer Joe Brown anymore. Which I'm quite surprised he hasn't made an appearance tonight. He usually comes in pretty quickly.
Is your name Sherry on YouTube?
On YouTube, it'll be under Camrose Paranormal Research.
And is Sherry Fortier or something come up?
Yep, that's me. Sherry Fortier, Camrose Paranormal Research, and Bits and Booze podcast. Those are all me. Tomorrow will be my debut podcast episode.
Yeah, I chatty on YouTube. What's the podcast, or where do you get podcasts?
My podcast will be all over the place, but it will be on YouTube as well under the Bits and Booze podcast.
Bits
and Booze. So it's Bits Booze podcast is the channel. No and in there. But my podcast will be on YouTube. They'll be on Spotify, on Amazon. They'll be everywhere. But yeah, all of my paranormal stuff is on YouTube under Camrose Paranormal Research. So Anna, I feel like you are being very quiet tonight, and I don't know if that's because you're scared.
Who's talking?
Who's talking? It's Sherry. Remember? You asked me that earlier, and I told you. Do you not remember my voice? Oh, somebody just came here. Who's this energy that just showed up?
It was Eddie. Just teasing.
Maybe it's you. No, there's definitely a new energy. He shot me.
He shot me.
Okay. Who shot you? Who is it that shot you? I need a name.
Sorry.
I'm sorry
You
to
can make me
interrupt.
believe. I will believe you. Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
I soon got to get going, so
I will come back.
would you
and
be
check it out
comfortable in telling me your EMT over this, or would you like to message it to me, or because
Yeah,
I'd like to
again. I'll
say
jump off.
Just
if
send
you
me,
wanna
just
do
send me
that.
a message on here, and I'll get you the information that way.
I'll send you a donation because I appreciate it and I follow you here, so hopefully we can keep in touch.
I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. And again, you definitely don't have to do that, but I definitely appreciate that so much.
Yes, absolutely.
Very sweet.
Okay, so as we're leaving, should I send all the negative energy back to you?
Absolutely. Send it this way because I have a
Oh,
really
yeah.
big failure right now.
No.
Okay, sending the negative energy back, reclaiming my own energy. I am protected by the blood of Jesus Christ.
Absolutely.
That's all I had to say.
Absolutely. That's all you have to say. And you should be okay. And if you're not, message me and I'll help out with that on my end too.
Okay, awesome. Sounds great. All right, so yeah, I'll send you a message there, and then I can put it into my banking info.
All right.
Okay, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Have a good night. Stay
You
safe.
too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, she was looking on YouTube and was smudging, so that's good. So that image there, is that the woman that you're trying to tell me that's dangerous?
They killed her.
They killed her? Oh my. Is that who shot her? Or what? Wait, he shot me and they killed her. I'm confused. He shot me now and they killed her. What? I'm confused, Spirit. You're gonna have to give me some clarity on that because I don't understand who's talking now. It's very strange.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to jump out, camera,
All right.
but it's been very interesting.
Well, thanks for coming by.
I will come back when you have a show here. I will.
All right, sounds good. Have a great night.
I'd like, I'm positive about this. So, yeah. All right.
I hope
Thank
it
you
was
very
fun.
much. Good night.
All right, have a good one. So I need to know who this spirit is that I'm speaking
Equal.
to. Equal. What? What are these messages right now? What is this image? What is that? That looks like a card, a playing card. It is a playing card. What the heck? Is that a joker or a jack maybe? Wouldn't that be something if that was a king card because of the crown picture earlier? That's crazy. I don't know what that card is supposed to be, if that's in relation to the gambling, if that's supposed to be a message or some type of clue. That's what I'm wondering. Is it a king because of the crown earlier? Like, oh, I don't know. And why only that certain part of the picture, of the card? It's so weird. But thankfully, I bought the full version of the Seer app. Again, the woman scares me.
The woman
Oh my
scares
gosh.
me.
I know, sweetheart. But she cannot harm you, okay? She cannot harm you anymore. She cannot. I know it's a scary thing because of what you went through. But she has no power over you anymore. No authority, no dominion. She cannot harm you anymore. You have to believe that. Oh, it's so confusing. But thankfully, I have the full version of the Seer app so I can upload the pictures later. Maybe they'll make more sense when I see them all grouped together. But that's weird that there was the gambling and then the card. That is so weird. But again, I believe it was during the stampede, not the flames, like she said. But I mean, it is where the flames play, and that might be why she said it, because she was young. She was only 5. And like, I can see what her coat that she had that day. I can see that clear as day to me. It is a puffy 1980s
UCS.
neon red and yellow ski jacket, which doesn't make sense unless it was during the winter, and the stampede doesn't happen during the winter. So that's where I get confused. Like, why would she have that coat? And like the back seat that she was in, like I posted that in a video, what I was able to find. It is such a like a vivid picture to me, the back seat, that crushed blue back seat, that crushed velvet blue back seat with just friggin' filth, like garbage, dust, dirt everywhere, all over that back seat that she was in for so many hours, crying. It is terrible. Terrible what she went through at such a young age. But see, what worked in their favor was that she knew the cop. I just am so clouded on that exact relationship with the cop. Was he just a friend? No, because I feel like it was more than he was just a friend. I feel like there was some type of relationship between the woman that she lived with, and the woman is either like a foster mom or something along those lines. She's not bio mom, that's for sure. But Anna, I would love it if you could show everybody the tree, because the tree is significant.
I'm having fun.
You're having fun? Aw. I'm having fun too. Thank you for that. Would you like me to read you a bedtime story later? I know that you enjoyed that on Canada Day. It's so funny that my lightning ball hasn't really been being affected either, because she really likes to play with it too. You know, when you touch it and it gets concentrated in one area, she likes to play with that as well. But that and the laser have not been manipulated at all. And like the laser is usually flashing on and off by now, or just completely dead. But she's not interacting the way she normally does. And so I don't know if she's just scared. But like my REM pod isn't going off. My K2's gone off a few times, but not significant. It's just so dead for the energy here. I must have done a really good job before I started the session. I must have done a really good job, because I'm also normally receiving messages from negative entities a lot. Yeah, I wonder that too, because like I said, normally he's in here and making his presence known very, very much at this point. Charles. Okay, is that the guy's name from Bowden? Because I did ask for his name. I asked for the other guy's name. Oh my God, Charles King? Charles? No fucking way. No way. The crown, and then that card, and to say Charles? Is this about King Charles? And a dove? A dove? What? Holy heck. Are these messages about Princess Diana? Holy shit, what if they're about Princess Diana? They killed her. She's dangerous. They killed her. I mean, they're not wrong. She knew a lot of information about the royals, and they did kill her. But am I barking up the wrong tree with this? Because I don't have goosebumps. Goosebumps? What the fuck is a goosebump? Goosebump to verify. But my K2 is going crazy. So, am I half right? Is it about King Charles? Maybe you're talking about Camilla Bowles? Parker Bowles? That friggin' see you next Tuesday? Because that woman scares me. She's evil incarnate. Were you talking about King Charles?
Secrets surrounding my death.
Oh my gosh, no flipping way. I might be on the right path thinking that this has something to do with the royals, but I need verification. What the heck? It showed a picture of a crown, then that card, and it said Charles. I mean, this is a puzzle piece that I don't know if I'm solving it correctly right now, Spirit. Maybe I'm totally wrong here, but it kind of seems like you might be talking about King Charles. Can you say something to verify that, please? Show me an image of the palace or England or anything. I mean, if I have the opportunity to speak with Princess Diana, let me tell you, I'm gonna take that. Oh my Lanta, did he really? What did he say? Oh yeah, I paid Trudeau to light the fires? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at this point. My K2 just went off as I said that. What the hell would King Charles have to say about Jasper? Growl, so you're growling at me? Am I right? Is this about King Charles, for crying out loud? Because my K2 is going crazy over here. Is this about the royals? Really? You're trying to give me a message about King Charles? Were your messages about the Queen, maybe? The Queen Mum? Not Diana? Not Camilla? Nah, that doesn't feel right. I know for a fact that the royals had Diana killed. I know that for a fact. But why are these messages coming to me? Secrets surrounding my death, and then a growl. Yeah. No doubt. You know what? It's so eerily quiet, though. Maybe I should turn Necrophonic back on for a few minutes. They were immensely saddened by the tragedy? Pfft, right. He couldn't find Jasper on a map.
Penelope.
Penelope? Wait. Isn't Penelope like one of Fergie's daughters? Like the royals? You know? Isn't Penelope one of them? Like Harry and William's cousins? Isn't one of their names Penelope? That's weird too. What the heck? Oh my gosh, now I really want to find out. Okay, I'm going to turn on Necrophonic because what? This is weird. This is so bizarre that I'm getting messages like this right now. I mean, it is a damn tragedy what happened to Jasper. But why the hell would the king care? Did he say anything about Fort Mac? Nope, that was a hell of a lot more devastating. Did he say anything about what happened in Calgary when it frickin' flooded? Nope, they said nothing. But Jasper? Come on. Are these messages about the royal family? Because I'm confused.
Ask me anything.
Well, I am asking. Are these messages about the royal family? They are? Okay, so the secrets surrounding your death, is this about Diana? Princess Diana? Princess Diana, if you are listening, can you come forward? I know what happened to you. I know that it wasn't an accident, and I know that the paparazzi were paid. I'm very sorry. Are you aware of what's happening? Watch what you do. Okay. Are you gonna, like, walk through the lights or something? I don't know that this is about the royal family. It feels weird all of a sudden in here. Who died? Hey, you? Who's talking? There was a child. Is that Anna? Who's here, please? It just said Satan. I said, who's here, please? And it said Satan. What the hell? It said Satan again. Why do you keep saying Satan? What was that? Why do you keep saying Satan? Are you trying to scare me?
Phone.
Huh. Phone. Well, I'm using my phone to communicate. You have the same one? I have a few. Who's giving me messages about Charles? I hear a child. Is that you, Anna? Anna, if you're here, come forward, sweetie. Whoa. I'm going to turn the reverb on. Anna, can you come forward? I need some clarity, please. Who is Charles? Which Charles are you talking about?
Bernadette.
Bernadette? Is that one of the royals? Oh my gosh, I'm so confused because I just keep thinking that this has something to do with the royal family, but then not. Oh, what was that? Who is the woman that scares you, that you keep talking about? What is the woman's name?
Missed.
Do you appear as a mist? Whoa. That was a lot. That was a lot. I heard toys, tethered, played, left, with. I heard all of that in that just one little friggin' sentence there. I'm so confused as to what the hell is going on right now. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I want to know what Bernadette and Penelope and Charles have to do with this, because there's something weird with those images that as soon as Charles came up, that's all I could focus on is the royal family. And now I'm starting to wonder if some of the previous messages were about that as well. And maybe I was steered away somehow. I need one spirit to come forward. Just one, please. Just one spirit. Who is this that I'm talking to? Ask them what's up. Who's whispering? Who's the woman whispering and asking what's up? What's your name, please? Is that Diana?
Police.
Has Joe showed up? Is that why you said police? Is Officer Joe Brown here? Joe? Why won't you let Anna come forward? I need more answers. What happened to her, please? Anna, can you please tell me, was it the stampede that day? Were there clowns there? And cows and horses? Oh my God, what was that? Are you trying to sing, Anna? Are you gonna sing You Are My Sunshine again? What? There's a lot. There's a lot that I'm gonna have to listen back because I get stuck when I hear one word and then I miss the rest.
Auntie.
Auntie? She's your auntie? The woman that scares you? She's here? Anna, is Shelly Ann Baxu with you? Broke. I'd like to talk to Shelly Ann, if that's possible. Her? Yes, I would like to talk to her. What the heck was that? Lost? Pray? You want me to pray? I will pray after the session, okay? Lesbian? What the heck? She's still...
I've been here 300 years.
Oh my word, that's a long time. Holy crap. Holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Okay, so my K2 was just in the orange and the red solid for about 3 seconds there. Who is this that came forward? Who is this, please? I think I'm going to open up GhostTube again because I really want to hear who is talking. It's hard when like 8 spirits are trying to communicate at once. So I have GhostTube open and hopefully I can hear it more clearly. It's me they see. People see you? That's interesting. Okay, can you please use this app here, GhostTube, to talk to me? I'll be able... Yes, this one you can use to talk, okay? Because it's going to be a lot easier for me to hear you.
I'm a protector.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Can you tell me what your name is, please? I don't know why it's so quiet. It's never this quiet. But then again, I did a lot of protection before I started the session, and that might be why it's so quiet. If I don't start getting some answers, I'm going to have to end this session. I feel like my energy has been drained all of a sudden, so I don't know who this is. You've been here for 300 years and you're a protector. Can you please tell me what your name is? It's a weird energy. It's an unfamiliar energy. Who is this, please? I demand that you answer me. See, and now it almost feels like Joe
Kiss.
came in and took away everybody. Kiss. What? What? That doesn't make sense to me. I don't know what that message means. Does it mean to keep it simple, stupid? Is that what it means? Or does it mean that you would like a kiss? Because I don't understand what you mean. Help. Somebody help me. I don't understand what to do. It's so strange. Why is my ghost tube so quiet? Like, it literally is never like this. It's usually
Experiment.
close to necrophonic with messages only you can understand what they're saying. Experiment. Kiss experiment. What? No, thank you. What? What is happening with these messages right now? Oh, and why isn't GhostTube like giving me messages? Hang on. I think I know why, because I have it in airplane mode and maybe it requires Wi-Fi to work. Could that be it? You know what? It wasn't even in airplane mode. Oh my lord. I always have it in airplane mode and it wasn't, and it's still doing this. What? That's bizarre too. Okay, let's try it again then.
Mad.
Oh, Mad.
Who is that?
Mad, who is that? This is Sherry or Riri, remember?
Run.
Oh, look at, my laser went off. Because whoever was here just drained it. Can you turn the laser back on, please? Or is it dead? I just saw my K2 go off. Is the laser completely dead? Let me see. No. Oh, it's dying though. You're draining it, hey? Oh, there you go. You turned it off again.
Grave.
Grave. Again. I know. Whoop. Yeah, I think it's pretty much drained. It doesn't want to stay on. No, it doesn't want to stay on now. Dang it. See, I told you, it's like their favorite. It's their favorite. And like, I'll show you again. Like in order to turn it on, you have to hold down this stupid little silver button right here. This button. And like, it'll turn on right now, but
Dangerous.
it probably won't stay on because it is Yeah, I'm holding the button down still, and it's not because it's dying. Oh, dangerous, you said. What?
Stupid.
Oh, that's not nice. You told me to run and grave, and now you tell me stupid? That's not nice. If you're going to be rude, then I'm going to send you away. I will send you away. I know I need to go to Anna's grave. I know, but I don't have a working vehicle to get there. If you want to put like $3,000 into tires on my car, sure.
You can't understand.
Well, I'm trying to understand you.
I'm confused.
I'm confused too, sweetie. I'm confused too. Can you tell me who it is that I'm talking to? Because I feel like there's a couple of you here now. My K2 is going off. Who's here? You know what?
People know.
I don't know if you guys can see it because I'm looking through both my phone and with my eyes, and that keeps flashing the second green light even when the camera's not picking it up. That's weird. But it also looks like the first green light is very bright on the phone, and in front of my eyes, it's almost out. So that's weird. Let people know. And you said watching on GhostTube, okay. Why is it that as soon as I take the phone away, you go into the red? Do that again, please. Make the K2 go all the way to the red, please. You did it as soon as I turned away. We are family? Let people know we are family. Okay. Who's family? What's your name? I have a very, very large family. Very large family. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much for making my K2 go into the orange, finally.
I'm confused.
Yes, I know you said that already. What are you confused about? Your name? You don't remember? Thank you for doing that. You said that we're family, so if you know that we're family, you should be able to remember your name. Can you please tell me what your name is?
Soon.
Soon? All right. You're going to tell me your name
The
soon?
bench.
The bench. I have no idea what that means. What do you mean, the bench? Like the memorial benches? I mean, maybe the memorial
Father.
benches. Father? Well, you're not my father. My father's alive. Interesting. Huh.
Happened here.
What? Oh, I'm so confused. I don't understand what these messages are trying to say. And I feel like I have zero energy all of a sudden, so whoever's here is really draining me. You've drained my laser, you're draining me, you're making my K2 meter go off. But you haven't given me your name. I would like to know who it is I'm speaking with.
She won't leave.
Who won't leave? Who won't leave? Is it Anna that won't leave?
Blue.
Blue? How is that an answer to what I asked? What is happening? I'm so confused. Blue. I mean, I had a dog named Blue, and it was a girl. It was a Rottweiler. But, like...
Knife.
Shoes.
Knife and shoes. What? What is happening? Blue knife shoes. Okay. The bench happened here. Blue.
Okay.
Knife. Shoes. Okay. I mean, maybe that would make sense later if I put it all... I don't know. I'm very confused right now. Oh, man, and I feel like I'm not really connecting to who I want to connect to so much anymore. Anna, if you're still around,
Ashes.
I really would like you to come forward and talk to me. Ashes. I mean, Anna doesn't have ashes. Who has ashes? Oh, guys, I think I'm going to have to end this session because I'm having a hard time keeping my eyes open all of a sudden. Like, I'm yawning like crazy, and it doesn't make sense because I woke up at 4 o'clock this afternoon. It's not even 10:30 yet. I had so much energy when I started, and I feel like the last 15 minutes, somebody took a syringe and drained everything out of me. I wanted to go for 2 more hours yet, and there's absolutely zero chance of that happening because I'm struggling to keep my eyes open. That's how tired I am. So somebody has really figured out how to drain me very well. And like Anna does that too, but she doesn't drain me this badly. And this energy doesn't feel like her anymore. And because I'm so confused with these messages, they're all over the place. I'm wondering if it's deliberate. You remember. What do you remember? Can you give me what your name is at least so I know who this is?
Murdered.
Murdered, yes, okay. You remember that you were murdered. Is this Anna? K2 is going crazy. Anna? Brown? Okay, wait. Shoes, ashes, brown. And it said blue on Ghost Tube. And there's got to be some significance with that. Ugh. When I post this chat log later, hopefully I'll be able to post the Ghost Tube chat log as well.
Cursed.
Cursed. Is the land cursed there because of all the bodies that are there? I would imagine they would have to be at this point. Oh my gosh, and I'm getting a flippin' headache too. Okay, well, obviously that's from energy drain, so I guess
Settlement.
I guess I'm gonna have to end this session a couple of hours earlier than I wanted to, but a migraine would be really bad news right now. Settlement. Cursed settlement. Right. That makes sense to me. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end this session as much as I really didn't want to. I wanted to go till 12:30. I have no energy and I have a bad headache all of a sudden and I'm really scared it's going to turn into a migraine. Bless. You want me to bless you? Okay, I can do that. I told you to ask if you wanted me to pray, and I will. I do it at the end of my sessions. I'm really sorry, you guys. This was supposed to be a lot longer, and I didn't get as much communication as I was hoping for, and my K2 is going off like crazy over here. I'm going to ask that whoever this is that's giving me the headache to back away from me, please. I told you that you could use some of my energy, but not to drain me, and I feel like you took advantage of that. And I'm going to have to end the live here. I really don't want to, but I have my podcast launch tomorrow. Hopefully all will go well with that and I will be able to launch that. And then I will probably do another live session midweek.
Missing.
I know, sweetie. I know. I feel like you're trying to give me some answers right now, Anna, because you don't want me to leave, but unfortunately I'm going to have to because I'm feeling really lousy all of a sudden. Miracle. Wow. Okay. But I will be posting some footage of spirit sessions that I've had with Anna over the past few weeks as well, different communication types. And like I said, if I go live next week, you guys will be aware of that. I encourage you guys to go check out Camrose Paranormal Research on YouTube. Subscribe. It's free. All of my paranormal content is on there. And the Bits and Booze podcast on YouTube as well. And I'm going to sign off and see you guys on my next live. Thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that you had fun, because it was fun for me for a while until it wasn't. But I'm going to head off and go, you guys. So remember, you are to imagine yourself being showered with white light, and that is the best way for you to protect yourself. Your energy is to say in your head, even at the same time, say out loud that you are protected by the white light, by the blood of Jesus Christ, and no energies are allowed to follow you, whether they're negative or not. You're not interested, and that should help stave anything negative away from you. If you have any questions or concerns, please inbox me and I will do my best to answer all of that for you. And I'm gonna go, even though it's 2 hours early, because Spirit has made me feel like complete garbage all of a sudden. So with peace, love, and light, I'm gonna sign off. You guys have a great night.